At exactly 11:47 on a cold Friday night in London, Ryan Cole was driving home through the rain. He had been working late at a private security company, and all he wanted was a hot shower and a few hours of sleep. Ryan was 30 years old, quiet, observant, the kind of man who noticed things other people didn't. He noticed the same black Mercedes behind him. It had been following him for almost 10 minutes. Ryan changed lanes. The Mercedes changed lanes. He turned onto a smaller road. The Mercedes followed. Ryan looked into the rear-view mirror again. This time, the car was gone. He frowned. Maybe he had imagined it. When Ryan finally reached his apartment building, the rain had become heavier. He parked underground, grabbed his bag, and walked toward the elevator. But before he could press the button, he noticed something sitting on the floor. A black package. No name, no address, just his apartment number written across the top. Ryan stared at it. He looked around the parking garage. Nothing. He picked up the package and took it upstairs. Inside his apartment, he placed it on the kitchen table. For several seconds, he simply stared at it. Then he opened it. Inside was a black USB drive, a photograph, and 50,000 pounds in cash. Ryan picked up the photograph. His expression immediately changed. The man in the photograph was Daniel Cross. Ryan knew that face. Everyone did. Daniel Cross had been a former intelligence officer who disappeared 8 years earlier. According to the news, Daniel had died during a failed operation overseas. But the photograph looked recent. Daniel was standing outside a London train station, and on the back of the photograph, someone had written, "He never died." Ryan's phone suddenly rang. Unknown number. He answered. Nobody spoke. Then a man's voice finally came through. Calm. Almost emotionless. "Ryan Cole." Ryan didn't respond. The voice continued. "You don't know me." Ryan looked at the USB. "But you know what that is." Ryan's eyes narrowed. "Who are you?" The man ignored the question. "You have until sunrise." "Until sunrise for what?" Silence. Then, "To find out why Daniel Cross wanted you dead." The call ended. Ryan stood completely still. Then he heard something. A car door closing outside. He walked toward his window. Across the street, underneath a street lamp, stood a man wearing a long black coat. The man was looking directly at Ryan's apartment. Ryan stepped away from the window. A second man appeared beside him. Then a third. Ryan grabbed the USB and photograph. He turned off every light in the apartment. For the first time that night, Ryan realized something. The package hadn't been delivered to his apartment. It had been delivered to him. And whoever sent it already knew exactly where he lived. Ryan moved toward the back door. Then, crash. His front door exploded inward. 2 armed men entered the apartment. Ryan ran. He jumped over the kitchen counter and disappeared through the back exit. Gunshots echoed behind him. He sprinted down the fire escape as bullets smashed into the metal railing. Ryan reached the alley and kept running. He didn't stop until he reached an abandoned underground car park several streets away. Breathing heavily, he pulled out the USB. There was only one file on it. A video. Ryan opened it on his phone. The screen showed Daniel Cross sitting in a dark room. Daniel looked directly into the camera. "Ryan." He paused. "If you're watching this, they finally found you." Ryan stared at the screen. Daniel continued. "There is something you need to understand." He leaned closer to the camera. "You were never their target." The video suddenly glitched. Daniel's final words came through distorted. "You were their—" The screen went black. Ryan looked at the phone. Then another message appeared. "File deleted." Ryan stared at it in confusion. Behind him, a car engine started. He slowly turned around. 2 headlights appeared in the darkness, and the same black Mercedes from earlier rolled slowly toward him. Ryan reached for the gun hidden beneath his jacket. The Mercedes stopped. The driver's door opened. A man stepped out. Ryan raised his weapon. The man removed his hood. Ryan's face went pale because he recognized him. It was Daniel Cross, the man everyone believed had been dead for 8 years. Daniel looked at Ryan and said only one thing. "You shouldn't have opened the package."
This is the end of episode 1. Watch out for episode 2.